Hey everybody, Superfluous Jay here, playing more Kerbal Space Program, and today we are getting to the moon and hopefully landing on it with our space station. I planned a mid-course correction here to send our orbit at about a 45-degree angle around the moon. That's kind of the target I want because it'll make it easier to get these anomalies and stuff from the space station without having to use up a bunch of fuel on the lander each time diverting its course. Also, while I did that, I set the periapsis to 45, which is, it's supposed to be below 60. 60 seems kind of high. 20 is kind of low. So cutting the difference and making it 45. So this is a 15 meter per second burn. It's a pretty simple looking burn. We are also now in the sun. We are going to aim at that maneuver node and cut it back. There we go. And let's get to it. It's a 3-second burn, not a big deal. Want to do it in map mode, of course. Let this thing go, and right about there. That's perfectly fine. Doesn't have to be exact. It's just kind of what we want. Okay, now at this periapsis, let's go ahead and get this burn done. And when I say at periapsis, I mean actually at periapsis, not just the kind of close to periapsis that we currently are. And I'm just adding a little prograde to it because we went a little too far. I'm waiting for the periapsis and apoapsis to flip. That tells us that the orbit is as close to circular as I care to try to make it. Let's go ahead and, while I'm thinking about it, get our antenna open. Oh, that's a nice Kerbin right there, isn't it? But yeah, the moon's over there. Let's go ahead and hit F5 and warp to our maneuver node. Mr. Dynamic and Agata, of course, the Kerbinauts who are destined to live on the moon for all of eternity from now on because they drew those lots. If you want your name in the thing or a name, go ahead and submit one. I still got 2 more to go of the people who've submitted names, so feel free to submit them because you'll definitely have a place in the program. If not, I'll probably start moving people who like Agata and Mr. Dynamic here, who once Moon is done won't have much to do. I'll move them to somewhere else possibly. But if more people submit names, that's the more the merrier, right? We got 20 seconds before this burn. This is just our circularization into Moon orbit. Not really a big deal. Nothing that I would think would be problematic at all. We've used up a decent amount of our fuel getting here, so I could see a refueling mission in our future. Not a big deal. It's something that we've planned for. The whole purpose of this space program is to sort of to make bases and stations that can support themselves, and one of the ways to do that would be to send up refueling missions to them. It's just part of living in space. You gotta ferry fuel around sometimes. But as soon as we get this orbit set here, we'll do all the station keeping that I do every time, and then we'll send the 2. We'll send both of them down. They're going to abandon the space station for a little while to land at a rock arch, and I already know which one I want to land at first. And then we'll be ready to. Hold on a second. There we go. Ideally, our apoapsis is way too high. We did not do a good job with that. Oh, no, never mind. Periapsis of 37, apoapsis of 72. Yeah, it's just the burn took too long, so not a big deal. If anything, though, I want to burn radial out to compensate for that. Because I want to get my periapsis up to 45 without raising my apoapsis. Actually lowering my apoapsis is a good idea. Okay, 45 by 65. So now at this periapsis, we're going to do a maneuver to come down just a wee until this apoapsis is also around 45. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay. Excuse me. And we're going to do all this before anything else happens here. Also, we have a single satellite going around Moon backwards from our orbit, so we should have plenty of opportunities to be able to keep talking to Kerbin, even when we don't have line of sight, which we're about to lose. Line of sight's going to get cut off any second. Harvester Massive is going to get cut off by the limb of the Moon, probably before we reach periapsis here. I'm actually going to go retrograde. It's only a 2-second burn, so I'm going to wait until we're really close to periapsis. We still have connection, though, because we're bouncing off the satellite here. I just want my apoapsis down to 45. There we go. 45 and 45. That's all I wanted. So let's aim this guy normal now. As if anything about this space program is normal. Other than the solar panels are connected to the sun, which is nice. Okay, Mr. Dynamic, it is your time to shine. You want to go EVA. I said you want to go... The hatches are obstructed. I heard about this. Where? Oh, actually, I think your hatches might actually be obstructed. Transfer you here. Anyway, this is where I want you to go EVA anyway. Mr. Dynamic, get out there. Okay. Kind of bothers me that this hatch says it's obstructed, but I think it's obstructed by this thing that's going to be gone in a second. So let's go ahead and hit I, our favorite key now in this game. Then slap this here, and then get this. Should probably turn C on to get nice snapping. And then get all these docking ports on the side of this guy. Doesn't matter where, because they're not going to stay. Although I guess this one here will stay. I did increase the range that the engineers can grab stuff. I multiplied it by 10. If you think that's cheating, that's fine. You can think that's cheating all you want. I don't care. I want to be able to construct like I'm in the VAB, so it's still ridiculously hampered as far as I'm concerned. Let's see. That should snap. That should snap. And that should snap. I said that should snap. There we go. Okay, so we got all these set up. There's nothing else we need to do. So I'll hop back in. And let's get our returner probe now. He should have fuel in him. Yes, he's full of fuel. Let's go ahead and raise his antenna. If we can do that. There we go. We do have comms. But how good are they? We're about to lose our comms. So we need connection with Kerbin before we undock that craft. And then we're going to need to be in the sun. So we're talking, we want to be over here. Somewhere around here. So let's go ahead and warp here. And our apoapsis and periapsis didn't change that bad from that construction effort. See, we have a connection to Kerbin now, but we're in the dark. I don't want to be in the dark. I want to be in the light. Got a bunch of gravity scans and stuff, which is never bad. And we have sun. We're at least close enough to having sun. This is lit, so I'm going to assume it has sun. Let's go ahead and decouple this node. Then roll him to get his solar panel in the sun. Control from here. Let's set this as our target. Go into our favorite locked mode. Activate this engine. There's a solar panel situation here. We're going to make sure we miss them. There we go. Now, we're not going quite enough to aim retrograde, but I don't really want to go any faster, so we'll just let it go with this. This looks pretty good. Should have no trouble getting docked. Just stop our relative motion. Remember the important lesson we learned last time, which was all of these things need to be lowered ridiculously low. That's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Get aimed at your target. Should be pretty good. I don't see any reason to sweat the small stuff here. As long as we're heading at it, I think we'll be fine. Now with the big ship, this is the first time we've actually dealt with the non-junior docking ports. I don't really see why that would be a cause for concern, but it is something different. Is there somebody in this ship? That's the question. Yeah, a god is in the ship, so we should be fine. So let's go ahead and we're actually going to turn on crossfeed, just so I remember, because I turned it off so the fuel wouldn't get sucked out of this guy to power the main ship. And then let's go ahead and decouple this node here. And I'm going to right-click this, because then if I, and actually, let's go ahead and lower the acquire force, because it's obviously ridiculously too much. We'll set that as our target. Then we're going to control from here, lower his docking force, go into locked mode, open these solar panels, now that we're out here. There are 4 solar panels on this ship. That is 2 more than I expected there to be. Let's retract and retract. That's why the thing's blocked. Hopefully we'll be able to fix that in construction mode. Let's go ahead and activate our engine. We could probably do all this with RCS, actually. Actually, turn RCS on. I didn't put RCS jets on these guys. It's going to make docking a little more annoying, but oh well. What are you going to do? Actually, one thing I'm considering strongly is taking the things off the space station and putting them on this guy, because they might be more useful on him than on the space station. Rotate until we get a lock. There we go. Nicely done. Okay, Mr. Dynamic. Head on out. Go up and down the ladder so you don't screw the ship up too bad. Let's go into construction mode and see if we can grab this solar panel. You can see it. Yes, you were able to grab the solar panel. Okay, let's put it on the space station, because you know what? The space station can always use more solar panels. Now let's see if we can grab this solar panel, the one that's blocking the door, possibly the more important of all the solar panels. Yes, you were able to grab that one too, which makes me very happy. Makes me feel like perhaps I'm paying you enough for your services. Let's also put this guy down here just to have him there. Not even going to use him. I'm just well, like, I don't actually want it there. I didn't want them at all. We brought more solar panels than we needed. But anyway, we're going to transfer you back into the lander can. And then Agata is going to go EVA just to make sure that we can now. We can. Sweet. Go ahead and board. That would have been a mission failure right there if you couldn't. And the first place we're going on our mission here is right here. And we need to wait for this to be over here. What is our periapsis and our apoapsis? Actually, we fixed our orbit by going EVA just then. So we're going to hit F5 because this marks a momentous occasion in our space program. And we are going to just do a bunch of orbits until we are ready to land here. And I think that's now. Yes, it's definitely now. So we're in the dark right now, but that's going to change. Let's go ahead and... We're in time warp still. Okay. Undock. Nice. Let's go ahead and rotate. Turn our SAS on. Let's rotate ourselves retrograde here. And I'm just going to burn until we are down there. Hopefully the station doesn't get hit with our plume or anything. But we're going to check out this this arch. Now I'm putting this here not because I want to do a burn. It's just I wanted to see which way we were going. I never remember, and it's nice to just hit whatever it is. Then we can delete this and then just do a little bit of a burn here sideways to make sure that we come down over here. And that should be fine. Let's flip ourselves retrograde. Let's see what kind of a burn we're looking at to stop here. Yeah, the kind of burn we're looking at to stop is roughly 1 minute, which isn't bad. Set this as our target. This is Rock Arch 3, which normally I like to do these things in order, but yeah, I'm not going to do it. Let's go ahead and warp to this node. I'm going to hit F5 right now just so we have something to resume from. I can already see that I'm going to want to burn a bit this way. Yeah, the rock arch doesn't show up on the nav ball, which is a little annoying. I guess it's possibly because we're going backwards. Yeah. But what are you going to do? That's a pretty good velocity there. If anything, I might need to go a little bit more this way. Just like that. Okay, let's go ahead and slap it to retrograde. Let's turn on our landing gear. Now, the one thing I don't want to do is land down here, because it's a pain in the tuchus to get all the way up here. I would rather overshoot. We have plenty of fuel. It costs like 500 and some odd, maybe 600 total, counting hovering and stuff, to land, and we have 5 times that. So we're really, 4 times that. So we're really not hurting for that. I would rather overshoot, which is probably what we've done just now, than undershoot, which is what we would have done if I had started burning on the right time. Also, all you got to do is be close to here with an EVA. I would like to put the science station right next to it. It looks nice, but I'm not that concerned. So I'm going to put more thrust into slowing down than I am into stopping my vertical. We can always stop the vertical later, as long as we don't die. But you can see the arch, which is nice. We are going to pass over it. If we land in this crater here, I'm not going to be too fuffed about that. Okay, we're in surface mode, so let's go ahead and get reset our vertical or horizontal aim here. Yeah, I think landing inside this crater is going to be fine. We'll just stop all of our horizontal just like that. And yeah, that's perfectly fine. Actually, we're going to come down really close to this thing, so I'm totally happy. Look at the engine bell. Look at how it's hot. That's so cool. I have no idea what mod or if stock does that. I don't really care. It looks awesome. I would love to put a base there. If you don't know, I'm going to wait until I land because we're only 20 seconds from impact. But that little hill is the center of a cool-looking crater. which is the first place I went when I was looking for an arch, because I heard there was an arch in this big crater, and I thought, well, it has to be there because that's the coolest spot on the entire map, and it turned out it wasn't. It made me a little sad. I don't know why I was doing this. I was talking and not... Yeah, we're gonna not accept that. I was gabbing. I guarantee that Mr. Dynamic and Agata would not have been gabbing about stuff that didn't matter when they were trying to slow down to land on the surface. And I'm going to assume that they would have remembered to start their engines. So let's go ahead and do this burn here like we did last time, just to get aimed a little more correctly at where we're going. Let's get into surface mode right now. That should be basically perfect. Yeah, but actually you might be able to see it better now. See this thing here with this mound in it? I think a base right there, like if we do a surface base here, which we might not. That would be a cool place for one. So right around here, I'm just gonna kill my horizontal velocity. You've seen this all before, so I'm doing it at 4 times time warp. I want to make sure we actually get over the crater here. Says we got an impact in 20 seconds. The burn is only 15, which is nice. That's basically perfect. And I actually kind of like this landing area better. I think this is going to be a little bit flatter from what I remember of this this area. Let's go ahead and lock ourselves to retrograde. Turn ourselves so... let's put our door in the sun. And did I do it again? Did I seriously do it again? I'm horrible. Okay, 3rd time's a charm. I don't know why I'm having so much issue. I think I am used to having more thrust to weight on the moon. I'm not used to landing a 2-person lander can with a Terrier. I think that's literally all it is. Okay, let's go ahead and do this again. Last time, I promise. And then I'm probably going to quit the game in shame for a little while. Let's go into surface mode. Aim ourselves retrograde. That looks great. Let's hit the things. Let's time warp to it. Let's get to about here. Let's hit the thrust. Let's go 4 times time warp. And of course, we go past it because that's what you do. Let's also aim ourselves retrograde. That's hilarious. Okay, let's go ahead and aim back at it. Why do we have this maneuver node still? I don't know. Just embarrassing. I deserve to waste all this fuel after that horrible display of inability to play the game. Okay, the impact is in 15 seconds. Probably far less than that because of the fact that we're on this ridge. That might also be part of it, is I was going by what it was saying, and it was saying differently than the truth, but I don't think so. I think it was literally that I was being stupid. And I think you'll all agree with me on that one. Okay, now we have time to be cute and roll this thing around so that they'll be in the sun when they get out. Actually going to rotate it again, and then boom. Yeah, I shouldn't have rotated it this far. I'm going to actually do this so that I can rotate it again, and then this. Yeah, the landing gear kind of sticks to the surface now, which is nice, but it also means that you stick to the surface. So let's go ahead, and I think Agata should be the one to hop out, and then actually maybe hop back in. So her EVA reports are what counts because she is the scientist and she has better everything. Now also hit T because that's what you do. Get close enough to the rock arch to have it count as a thing. There we go. And head back. Maybe we should hang some decorations. Spice the place up a bit. I don't think so. That seems like a little too much work for what we're doing here. So get back to where you were. You have opinions on your own time, not on the Space Center's time. So we need to set up our science base now. We've already got the mystery goo base on the other one. We're going to set up a second one. I was going to have them sort of be forced to. Oh, we should do this too, because I don't know what it'll do. Let's try it. EVA. I don't know why it's not available. So I'm just going to go to her and back. There's EVA report, but there's no do this EVA science thing. Or is this a repair kit? That's a repair kit. That's why. Because I'm stupid. Repair kit. Apparently I can't do this. Oh, there we go. So put this in there. Right? Can we do that? No, apparently we can't. I think I broke the game. I think I broke the game. Yeah, I can't put this anywhere. Okay, I'm gonna hit F5. This is scary because I'm doing this to fix a bug and it might end up crashing the game or something, and now I've lost my quick save. But the game makes backups. Okay, that's still out there, which is a little scary. So if I click this, let's see what happens if I do this. Board anyway, it's still there. I can see these things now. And I'm pretty sure that that's there forever. Let's go back to the Space Center and then go back and see if it's still there then. If it's still there then, I don't know what to do. This is all a learning experience. Both in the functionality of the game and the lack of functionality of some of the aspects of the game. It's part of the Kerbal Space Program experience. Okay, that thing still showed up, which means it's probably still going to be there when we go back. Yeah, this is definitely not a thing that should happen. I'm going to end the episode now because I don't have time to restart the game and have you on the thing. And we're at 30 minutes, so I think we're fine. When I come back, I'll have this fixed somehow. And we'll continue making our base and everything and hopping around the moon. I hope you enjoyed watching this. I always, as always, enjoyed playing it. If you did enjoy watching it, please put a like on YouTube. If you want to see more, please subscribe on YouTube. Both of those things actually help me. They don't just help you. They help me. And you want to help me, don't you? At least I want you to help me. I'm Superfluous J, though, and I will, as always, talk at you later.